Ciao, benvenuti, and welcome back to our channel, Move to Italy Now. Today we're going to take you through a town that we spend a lot of time in, and that is Santo Stefano di Camastra.
The town that Gia sort of mistakenly discovered about, almost six years ago. One moment, it'll be 6 years, wow.
Yeah.
And fell in love with it. So at any rate, we've gotten so many requests from you, and we really appreciate your comments. But one of the things that many of you have inquired about is, can I live there without transportation, without having a car? Do you have public transportation? Can I walk to places? Are things in close proximity?
The short answer is absolutely. We know several people who live there without transportation.
Yeah.
But the longer answer?
Yeah, well, frankly, Santo Stefano is full of residents who don't have cars. So this is a great opportunity. That's where we're taking you to today. It is a project home. However, it is a stone house, and it's in Centro Storico. It's in a really good location, huh?
Absolutely. It is in the middle of everything. You have your train station. You have several supermarkets. You have your Saturday what is it called out here?
The
Mercato. It's where you get all of your fresh fruits, vegetables, cheeses,
and even the guys that come
meat,
down from the mountains with their cheese and meat. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So this place has everything within walking distance, and it's very cute. We've featured it several times, so we're going to have to be a little more, creative in finding some things that are new for you, and I think we've done just that.
Yeah, we've got some things in store for you, but Santo Stefano is a really prime location. So you will see it's not a mountain town. It's got everything. There were 4,600 people who live there full time. And it's world famous for its ceramics. So, a cute town.
Very cute. And without further ado, let's go.
Here we go. Lovely town of Santo Stefano, at the area we call Porto Palermo, is this bar with the sea view, Cefalu in the background. We turn around, we come to this beautiful piazza. This piazza is in Centro Storico of Santo Stefano di Camastra. We're just going to go down the street just a bit to see our home tour today. And here is La Chiesa di Maria della Catena with the beautiful Mediterranean in the background. Built in 1708, and as we look down further, that was the palazzo of the Prince of Camastra. That was his beach house right there. It now houses the Comune, the city hall, as well as a museum of ceramics, which Santo Stefano is very famous for. Now, directly across from La Chiesa di Maria della Catena is Casa Gaetano. This is a home for restoration. It's a project. And you can see that just next door, virtually the same structure was renovated some time ago, and see how beautiful that is. Today, however, we're going to enter the largest pigeon coop you've ever seen, Casa Gaetano. And I'm going to enter on the bottom floor here, which is being used for a garage for a Vespa, as you can see. The walls in here are in good shape, but what's especially of note here is the characteristic vaulted ceilings, and you're going to see that throughout all 4 levels of this home. This is set up just as a ripostiglio, or a little storage room here. But at any rate, this is right at street level and could be turned into a separate studio apartment if you chose. Or for that matter, like you see it being used now. Of course, it's storage, and I think you can do better than that, but it would be used as a little garage for your electric bike, your Vespa, or any other form of transportation on 2 wheels. We're going up 5 steps here to a landing. We look down the street. There's the church from 1708. Casa Gaetano was built around the same time, around the early 1700s. Now, this home is filthy, but it's solid. Look at these steps. Look how they finish the edge of these treads. Okay, we're going to head up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps till we come to the next level. And this next level has just this room. Now, of course, there is a balcony out here on the street. And it's an adequate sized room, I'd say 150 square feet, with a rear room, almost like a closet in some countries, but it would be used for storage. I don't know why they would have built this, other than this wall is likely supporting some stairs up above. But again, notice the cove ceiling. Isn't that beautiful? This is an ancient stone house, in case you're wondering. They had, of course, plastered over it. Now, you see these 4 steps right here. This goes up into the first bathroom, which is just, it's funny. Look how they did this. Great, it's got a window. Of course, we're looking at a project here, so you're going to completely redo everything anyway. But look how this was done in a stairwell here. Interesting, huh? But nice to know that the elements, the bones are here. Now, you can remove this plaster and expose the stone, or just redo the plaster. And at least you've got these nice high ceilings with that characteristic radius in the ceiling. So now we're going to come up to view the 3rd level. So Gaetano approached me recently. I've known him for a few years. He lives in town, and he knew that we had a channel, and the word certainly has gotten out. He found out that we had been selling virtually every house that we feature within days. And so I explained to him that we were only looking for wholesale deals, and he asked if we'd be willing to present a house that he had inherited from his father. He, in fact, is the only one on title, so it makes it a much easier deal. Here's the bathroom here on this floor. There's a window there only for light to light up the stairwell, but you do have another window in this bathroom. And of course, you're going to redo the whole thing, so you do it to your taste, and you may redesign it completely. Now, again, you have a shallow balcony here looking out onto the street, and there's your church of Santa Maria della Catena. Going through here, there's a room in the rear. It kind of is laid out like a closet in some countries. It's strange, but we're going to go ahead and go up to the next floor, and see what 120 meters actually can contain. I am very happy to see that these stone walls are straight, and so that we're not talking about a knockdown kind of renovation here, but rather we're talking about a home that has the characteristic ceilings that you can really exploit. We're now on the top floor, and they had put in some years ago a drop ceiling. Curiously, they put the drop ceiling in about 2 feet below the actual open beam ceiling, which is, of course, the roof in this case. It's the only open beam ceiling you're going to have, being that it's a top floor. All the other levels have those beautiful characteristic vaulted ceilings. This door right here actually is the access to the roof. It's just a few steps up to the roof. Could it be turned into a roof terrace? Certainly. That's certainly a possibility, because you're going to do a complete renovation here. But at any rate, this room again has a much higher ceiling than it appears, because the drop ceiling was put in so low. Nice to have the options. Now, directly across, you'll see there is a kitchen, very, very small kitchen. So obviously you're going to completely knock that out and redo it. But that's what you've got. That's all they had. It's amazing how some of the world's best cooks can work in such small, confined quarters. Here's a little pigeon stuck in here and trying to get out, but well, he'll make it out, because I left that window open for them to be able to fly out safely. There you go. See, no pigeons were hurt in the production of this video. So there we have it. We have a home that is 121 square meters. This top floor could certainly be done. You're probably going to redo the roof anyway. And it's not a huge roof, but you're looking at a maximum of 20,000, 15 to 20,000 for completely redoing the roof, the structure, the entire wood structure and everything. There you go. There's the church. There's the Museum of Ceramics down at the end. And you can see the mountain, and right on the other side of that roof, of course, is the sea.
All right, so guys, I know that there is a lot to look over in this property, but here's the thing. It is an investment, and I think that you have been here watching our videos long enough to know that sometimes we talk about seeing beyond the clutter, and in this case, there's a lot of other things that you need to look beyond. However, what are the things that can't be changed? Or that are what did you used to call it when we?
The absolutes.
The absolutes, okay.
Yeah.
So look at the structure, look at the walls, the vaulted ceilings. All of the other things can be cleaned up.
Location.
The location. Oh, well, that's what real estate is about, right? We know the 3 words.
Right.
But here's the thing. All those things that can be cleaned up can be done in a day or 2, right? Mm-hmm. And then you look beyond the dirt and look at the wall structure. Mm-hmm. You may have a very beautiful place, and then you do all the gorgeous details, like the painting of the walls and okay. Mm-hmm. So I've said my bit. What do you have to add to
Well,
that?
first of all, I want to shout out to all of our loyal viewers, because you are blessed with vision. You were able to look past the dirt, the mess, and frankly, this particular tour today called for a strong stomach, you know? But The vision helps you to see beyond that, and what you and your architects can do with that property is phenomenal. And even when you're all done and ready to move in, your outlay will be extremely low. You're not going to have a lot of money into having an absolutely beautiful home. In fact, I'm going to even go beyond that and say an award-winning restoration. It's very doable.
Yes. And there's like we said, you know, what I keep thinking about is walking across the street where the church is and walking to that little
Piazza.
It's a piazza. And overlooking that, you will be able to sit there and watch the sunset daily, as often as you want. Very, very beautiful location. And I'd like to know what you think about it.
Yeah, it's not going to require having a car to live in Santo Stefano. And when you have visitors, think about how many things you've got to do when they come and visit you. You know, so there's a lot going on there in Santo Stefano.
All right, so for those of you who have been following us for a while, we thank you for just for being here with us and being a part of the community. For those of you who have been following us for a short time and maybe you haven't subscribed yet, maybe you're dreaming about a home in Italy or Sicily and you just don't know that it's possible. Well, first of all, I want to say that anything is possible. Keep your heart and your mind open and see what comes, see what happens. Keep dreaming and wait for that opportunity to present itself. And when it does, hop on it.
Yeah, more than anything else, it's probably going to take courage on your part. Courage to actually pull the trigger and say, I'm going to go ahead and do it. You can find yourself overthinking, trying to make your dream a reality. We chose not to overthink it 6.5 years ago, and boy, are we happy that
and it's not to say that you shouldn't think it through, obviously, but let me tell you something. We came out here, we didn't have anybody. You've got us.
That's right.
So don't forget that. You're in good hands.
You're in good hands. One quick little note here. The last several videos we've done, the homes have gone sight unseen to you viewers, so congratulations to you. You know who you are, because you acted quickly, you emailed us promptly, and you were able to snag an incredibly good wholesale deal. And one of the recent sales that we made, it was a project home, and the husband, in this case, is an architect, a landscape designer. And you really wanted a garden, but you had the stone house in the middle of Centro Storico. So you thought, hey, wait a minute, we looked at the parcel map, there's actually a vacant lot directly behind our house. Could we purchase it? And that's something I'm working on right now to see if we can snag that for you. I can only imagine the gorgeous project that's going to end up being by next year.
It's going to be beautiful. And you never know, maybe we'll get a chance to feature it next year when it's all said and done.
We're going to try featuring some of the project homes that we have sold to you with your permission to be able to show our audience what it can look like with a little vision and a little of intelligent direction from those with experience, people you can trust. And that's part of our consultancy service. We have a very nice network of professionals that you can work with.
Absolutely. So guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you enjoyed the tour of Santo Stefano di Camastra, and we hope to see you in our upcoming videos. Thank you so much for staying with us and staying tuned. And
ci sentiamo dopo. Till next time.
Alla prossima. Ciao.
Ciao for now.
There's a new day that will come again tomorrow. There's a new day to wash away the pain. There's a new day to take away your sorrow, and the old ways get washed out by